What if the happiest memories of your childhood were built on the exact same foundation as your deepest pain? One minute you're blowing out candles on a vanilla cake with both parents smiling at you like you're their entire world. The next, one of them drives away forever in someone else's car, leaving you and your dad to pick up the pieces. Years later, that same parent builds a shiny new family, complete with a spoiled little sister who gets everything you never did. And just when you think you finally found peace, love, and a place where you belong, that sister walks into your school, your life, your circle, ready to take what little happiness you've managed to hold on to. This isn't just a story about divorce, jealousy, or sibling rivalry. It's about a girl who learned to love herself with a limp, found real friendship in the last place she expected, watched her stepmother become the mom she always needed, and discovered that sometimes the person who hurts you most is also the one who needs saving the most. Get ready, because tonight we're walking through tears, cake fights, stolen kisses, and one powerful moment of forgiveness that changes everything. Stay until the end. The way these broken pieces finally come back together will warm your heart. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community right now. You won't want to miss what happens next. Hello, my name is Simona, and I'm from Spain. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, what I hated most was when my parents argued and yelled at each other, and it happened a lot. But there were still some beautiful moments when we all laughed together. Like when I turned 3, Dad came home with the biggest unicorn doll I'd ever seen, and Mom baked my favorite vanilla cake. It was the happiest day of my life. Simona, you're the best thing that's ever happened to us. When you were born, our world changed. Yes, darling, you mean everything to us. Mom worked as a secretary at a big insurance company, and Dad worked at a local store, so we lived a pretty average life. But then, one day when I was 4, Mom came home driving her boss's expensive car and told Dad she was leaving him. "Please don't go, Mom, I love you." "Oh, my baby, I tell you what, you'll visit me at my new house every weekend." I watched Mom pack her bags and drive away. Dad was heartbroken. He told me that he and Mom were now separated. Months later, he took me to visit her at her new fancy house. She was sitting with her boss, holding a new baby. "Simona, I'd like you to meet your baby sister, Louisa." Louisa was the luckiest little baby because her dad bought her every toy in the world. I liked going to their mansion. Mom was always so happy to see me. But soon Louisa started crying so hard for Mom's attention that it became difficult for us to spend any real time together. Once when I was 5 and Louisa was a toddler, Mom took us to the zoo and bought us both candy. But Louisa threw hers into the baboon cage and then started crying hysterically for more. She even pulled Mom's hair. I gave her my candy so she'd calm down and give Mom a break. "Oh, Simona, thank you so much. You've always been such an understanding child. I hope your sister grows up to be just like you." "Thanks, Mom. I just want you to be happy." Since Mom left, Dad always tried to hide his sadness. He made me laugh with his silly jokes and dramatic bedtime stories, and I tried my best to make him proud and happy too. Once in 2nd grade, Dad came to my school for a parent-teacher meeting. My teacher, Esmeralda, told him all sorts of nice things about me since I was the top student in her class. "Wow, I'm so proud of you, darling." "You should be. Simona is a very special little girl." Right after the meeting, Dad invited Esmeralda to come with us for pizza. He looked really happy around her. Soon after, he started seeing her more often, and I didn't mind at all. She was very nice to me. Once in 4th grade, we went to the ice rink together. Esmeralda showed me how to skate. "Okay, I'm not letting go of your hand until you're strong on your feet." "I think I can skate on my own. Look." I let go of her grip and twirled around, feeling like I was flying. And then, suddenly, my leg twisted and I fell hard. I felt dizzy, and I saw Esmeralda running toward me as I blacked out. I was rushed to the hospital. My leg went through so many scans and then got bandaged up. Esmeralda couldn't stop crying. "This is all my fault. I'm so sorry, Simona." "No, please don't blame yourself. I wanted to skate on my own." Dad hugged Esmeralda to comfort her, and just then, Mom barged in with Louisa. "How could you let this happen?" She started yelling at Dad, and they both got into a huge argument, forgetting all about me. Guys, stop." Everyone looked at me. Then Louisa came closer to my bed, looking angry.
I had a big concert today and I was the lead, but now I'm here because Mom was worried about you. You ruined my concert. Louisa, you can't speak to your sister like that. She just got injured. Louisa pulled an ugly face at me, and just then the doctor walked in with some bad news. He told my parents my leg would never be normal again. I walked with a limp. At school, I couldn't participate in any sports, but I still remained the top student in the class. Everyone was so nice to me. I never had trouble making friends, and I always helped them with their homework. One day in 7th grade, Esmeralda watched how I helped some kids understand a math equation. She was so impressed. Simona, you would make a really good teacher one day. Yes, I would love to be a teacher one day, just like you, Esmeralda. Esmeralda really cared about me, and when I was in 8th grade, Dad told me he wanted to marry her. I was so happy for them. Dad even invited Mom and her family. This was his way of finally making peace. Just before the event started, I found Louisa standing and glaring at the big wedding cake. What are you doing here alone? Whatever I want. This cake looks so delicious. Yes, it is, but don't stand too close. We don't want any accidents. She smirked at me and then suddenly stuck her finger out and scooped frosting off the cake. Hey, you can't do that. But she just laughed and reached for the cake again. I ran forward to pull her away. As she tried to push me off, we both started wrestling and crashed straight into the cake. Just then, Mom and Dad appeared, looking speechless. What have you girls done? It wasn't me, Dad, honest. Mom surprised me when she yelled at Louisa. I'm so tired of your behavior, Louisa. Your father has spoiled you so much that everywhere you go, you ruin things. Simona was such a good child compared to you. Well, maybe I should tell Dad to send you back to your poor family. Both Dad and I were shocked at the way Louisa spoke to Mom. And after the wedding, when I visited Mom again, I noticed Louisa was awful to her all the time, bossing her around because her dad gave her the power to do so. Mom, my Prada jacket still has a stain. Get it cleaned right now. I need it for school. Okay, dear. Why are you so mean to Mom?
Because she never does anything right, and if she doesn't listen, my dad will kick her out. She's our mom. Don't you love her? Well, she loves you more, so I guess I love my dad more. When I tried to talk to Mom about what was going on in her life, she told me not to worry and said she could handle it. There wasn't much I could do to help her. One day in 10th grade, I was studying in the school library when a boy came and sat at the table opposite me. I knew exactly who he was, Jared, one of the hot popular guys at school, and he was reading one of my all-time favorite books. My eyes kept wandering to him now and then. I tried not to make it too obvious, but he was just so gorgeous. And while I sat zoned out in my fantasy, he suddenly started waving in my face. Hey, are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't staring. I was actually, It's okay. I'm used to it. That's why I sometimes come in here, to hide from the girls coming after me. My parents want me to be a model because of all the attention I get. Yes, you're very good looking. Modeling would suit you. I actually like books and reading. I don't like being in the spotlight. I was so surprised. I always saw him surrounded by girls. I was never after him because he was way out of my league. But after meeting him in the library, we actually became good friends. We had so much in common. One day he asked if I'd like to see the latest Star Wars movie with him. I was so excited. Another kid in school liked that kind of stuff. We even dressed up like the characters and had the time of our lives. I'm so happy to finally have a Star Wars partner. Me too. You're such a cool person to hang out with. He looked deep into my eyes and then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked. It all felt like a dream. And then I looked down at my leg and started doubting myself, wondering if any of this was real. Hey, what's wrong? Jared, you're like the hottest guy on this planet, and there are so many pretty girls without any issues like mine. So why me? There's nothing wrong with you, Simona. You're perfect. Jared liked me just as I was, and I learned to love myself with my brokenness. Life at school felt great, until one day Mom called me with some surprising news. Honey, Louisa will be joining your school. She got expelled from her fancy private school because she was bullying kids. But Mom, she won't fit in at my school. No other school will accept her. Please look out for her and show her around. Maybe she can learn something from you. The next day, Louisa walked into my school wearing a white, fluffy coat and black shades. Just as she approached me, a group of girls snuck up behind her and spray painted her coat. "What is wrong with you fools? This is Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my gosh, you ruined it." The girls went ballistic and lifted her off her feet. "What did you call us?" "Put me down." When I told the girls she was my sister, they let her go. "What is wrong with the people in your school?" "This is not one of your fancy schools, and all the newbies get spray painted. It's tradition." That's why I hated the idea of a public school. Poor people have no class. Gosh, she was such a snob. While I was showing Louisa around, we bumped into Jared, and he kissed me before running off to class. Louisa looked at me stunned. "Oh my God, how did the hottest guy in school end up with you?" "Why? What's wrong with me?" "Everything. You're boring, you dress like a granny, and you have a broken leg. You're just a very ugly person, inside and out." "Louisa, I'm going to steal him from you. Watch and see." I wasn't threatened by my stupid sister. After school, when Jared walked me out to the gate, Louisa ran after us and slipped her number into his pocket. Before I could say anything, Jared spoke up. "Louisa, what's wrong with you? I'm with your sister, and I'm crazy about her. Please, just stay away from me." I smiled widely as Louisa turned red, and just then Esmeralda came to pick me up. We had to wait till Mom came for Louisa, and she yelled on the phone at Mom for being late. "Hey, you can't speak to your mom that way." "Mind your own business, lady. You are not my stepmother." Louisa was just out of control. I decided I was done with her. I completely ignored her the next day at school. During recess, she insulted some girls by calling them poor, and they all surrounded her. But I didn't run to her rescue. "Hey, aren't those girls hurting your sister?" "Yes, but she can't control her awful mouth. Whatever happens to her, she deserves it." "Yeah, but she's still your sister." Jared always had a way to make me think twice. So I stepped into the circle of girls and found my sister crying. "Simona, please tell them to bring back my bag." "Not until you promise to change your ways, especially how you speak to Mom."
I promise. Please, please save me from these mean girls.
It's not so nice when it's done to you, right? I told the girls to leave my sister alone, and then she joined me and Jared for lunch. To my shock, she actually apologized for being a jerk. "I'm really sorry, Simona. I've always been mean to you and Mom because I felt she loved you more. But today, when those girls were mean to me, I felt what it was like to be the weak one. I've hurt so many people already." Well, it's never too late to change. Later that day, when my stepmom and Mom came to pick us up, Louisa apologized to both of them too. And then Esmeralda told us some thrilling news. She was pregnant. "Oh my God, what? I'm going to be a big sister again." "That baby's lucky to have you, Simona. And you, Louisa, you'll be the best big sisters ever." If you've ever had to deal with a difficult sibling, watched your parents' relationships change, or learned to love yourself exactly as you are, drop a comment below and share your thoughts with us. We'd love to hear your story. Like this video if you can relate to that moment when someone finally sees your worth, and share it with your friends to let them in on the journey too. What do you think will happen next? Will Louisa really change for good? Will Simona and Jarrett stay together? Or is there more family drama coming? Leave your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss our next emotional story. See you soon.